name is Larry Weeks, and we're here at my gallery NYC, and this is my exhibit. It's called American History. And I call it American History because the story that this tells often gets erased or denied or just not told. So I feel it's important for us as African, I prefer the term American African, to document the story and to tell the story. And it's the only way that I feel that the country can heal and acknowledge the tragedy and the suffering and the contribution that American Africans have made to this country.
Now we're going to start this story. Well, I guess we'll start it at the beginning. Somebody say, go on, tell it, Monday. Oh, I'm going to tell it, and I'm going to tell it right. Way back at the beginning. In those early journeys across the Atlantic, there were ships that had black bodies stacked one by one, side by side, chained at the hips, at the ankles, and at the neck. They looked out into the sea, and they were begging and hoping and searching for an answer. They asked the sea to give them one. And you know what? The sea spoke back. Oh, yes, she did. The sea spoke back in a beautiful, lovely voice. And she said, come to me, my children. I am not here to drown you. I am here to cleanse you. I am here to make you anew, to make you free, to give you a new home, a new paradise, a new country to call your own here beneath the deep sea. Oh, and when the sea spoke, many of them listened. Many of them on that ship heard that call. Some were afraid, and some still stayed on the ship and completed the journey over to dry land. But there were some that never got to see that awful fate that lay await in these United States. There were some whose first guide and light to freedom began in a deep, dark, cold, and lonely place. Yes, there were some who listened to the beautiful, sweet voice of that mermaid. They trusted her, and they leapt on overboard, and they began their journey, letting that mermaid guide them all the way. Oh, it ain't no turning back now, folks. You know, sometimes the only way to go forward is to go under.
Now I'm seeing the installations. Awesome. And you got a chance to meet the artist. Yes, Mr. Weeks. Yes, I was able to tell him how grateful I am for his work. I'm going to spread as much information as I can to people that I know, so perhaps they get the opportunity to see it and get more informed, because there's a story and there's a different approach to the story. I think that's the uniqueness.
Looking at this picture from a distance, I see a totally different picture than when I was close up.
Now, what are the differences?
Well, I was looking at what's inside of that white border. But when I stand back here, I see eyes, nose. It's an image within an image.
Does it evoke different emotions in you?
Yeah, this one is kind of scary. When I see it from here and looking at how the eyes are and the piece in the middle that makes the nose, makes it look kind of like it's scary to me. But I didn't see any of that when I was close up. He's been working on this for quite a while. And this is his message to the people.
Well, what I did was try to take Mammy, or the wet nurse, and glorify her. I mean, that was one of the roles that women had to play in slavery, was to nurse the masses' children. So this is an image of a woman, and by putting the wallpaper, it kind of upgrades her presence, that she's important to the family, which she was, because she basically fed their children. So this is a growing series, because there's a lot more elements that I want to include in this series. These images are somewhat interpreted as kind of negative, but it was a negative situation. The only one that's really not, that is joyous, is the final, in this exhibit, the Juneteenth piece, which celebrates the actual Juneteenth in 1985. I've included some statements from some actual people who were in Texas who were freed, and they expressed their thoughts, which I gathered from a 1939 Gutenberg project, which documented interviews of freed enslaved people. I feel that it's important for artists to document history and to tell the story of history. So in this particular, and I do a lot of pieces that glorify African American individuals, and so that's important for me to educate our youth about the important people in our past.
Hang on to the world as it spins around. Just don't let the spin get you down. Things are moving fast. Ooh. Hold on tight and you will last. Keep yourself, respect your girlish pride.